Yo YouTube, it's your girl Gigi once again with another video. Um it's late night, early morning chats with me. Like I said, we're gonna start doing like late night videos. So this is actually one of them. It's about 2:09 right now. So it's really late, early morning. Um I can't go to sleep. I've been having a hard time sleeping lately, so the last couple of days I've been up around this time, doing absolutely nothing but being on social media. So, I've been doing some thinking, and I was thinking about what I'm gonna be doing for this video. So, a lot of the videos that I'm putting out, it's just basically what I've been doing with my life. And for those that are new to watching my channel, please subscribe. Um, please. But anyway, so the topic of discussion today, it's a long time coming, especially for those that have been watching me since the beginning or close to the beginning, or started watching me and then started going back to my old videos. So basically I'm going to be talking about me going through a divorce. And I'm basically sharing my experience with you for multiple reasons. For number one, maybe one of you guys can relate, because you're not alone. I know some people think they are. That's number one. Number two, if you are planning on getting a divorce, and this is kind of like insight of what the other person or party may possibly feel. Not everybody's gonna feel the same way as me. Some people get a divorce and are relieved. Some people are going through a divorce and are very happy. And, they don't see it as a bad thing. But this has actually been very difficult for me. And I know in my earlier videos last year, my husband was in my videos, and he was in all of them, but he was in, a good amount of them. So I know it went from he was in a lot of them to he's not in any of them at all. So that's why I talked about it a little bit here and there. I'll mention it, but I never really talked about it. And I know on my other channel, I mentioned it a few times also, but I just haven't gone there to talk to you guys about it. And it's not that I don't want to, it's just I didn't think it was an appropriate time yet. But I guess since it's late night and I'm kind of in my feelings right now, since I can't sleep, um I'm gonna talk to you guys about it. So there was a period in time where I wasn't on YouTube for a while, so I wasn't making any kind of videos, and it was like months. Um, I think I started vlogging again around December, so it was like a good 2-3 months when that I've been out of commission and did not care about YouTube for anything. And basically last September is when it happened. September 29th, 2018. That was the day my husband left. And I'm not going to go into details of why our marriage fell apart, or, I'm not going to give you guys details about what went on in our relationship or our problems. This is solely just about how I felt going through the divorce. Like I said, I don't want to display our business like that. So I'm not going to discuss what our, situation where it was more than a few. It wasn't just one issue or two issues. It was multiple issues that we were both facing and had to deal with. But in all honesty, that day I wasn't expecting it. That's one thing about this whole thing, is that I wasn't expecting it. So with me not expecting it, it's a lot harder on me, I think. I wasn't prepared, basically. Um, when Chris left, it I didn't see it coming. I honestly didn't see it coming. He left for work early that morning, and he got off in the afternoon, but I didn't talk to him. He didn't have a phone at the time. And I went to work, but my job is from 2 to 10:30 on the weekends, and it was a Saturday. And I remember him leaving and getting ready for work, and me saying goodbye, and I don't think I said I love you to him. I don't think I did. I didn't kiss him, no hugs, no nothing. I was half asleep. The kids were asleep. It was really early in the morning. What about my day? I went to work. I came back home, and I came back home to an empty house. And my father had my children because he watched them while I was at work. And they were asleep, so he didn't wake them up to bring them to the house. And so I was by myself. And I thought maybe he's out. He'll be back later. He didn't call me. He didn't text me. He didn't leave any messages. So I had no idea he wasn't going to be home. I was actually expecting him to be home when I got there, but he wasn't. I should have known when it was pitch black in the house when I entered it. But I thought, hey, maybe he's asleep. He didn't come home that night. He didn't come home early that morning. Nothing. I didn't hear from him. I didn't get a text, a call, anything. And I went about my day again. I went to work again and came home, and he still wasn't there again. So that was Saturday, all Saturday, and then Sunday I went to work again, like I said, and then back to work again Monday with my full-time job. So I went to work, and I want to say it was either Monday or Tuesday. I want to say it was Tuesday when I finally heard from him, and he called me. And he basically told me that he's leaving me. And I was just really shocked. And I didn't want to believe it. I was speechless. I was speechless because, like I said earlier, I didn't see it coming at all. Chris and I broke up like 1 billion times. I've kicked him out the house 1 billion times. And he always came back home. I didn't have to ask. He just came, and we just did life all over again. But this time I knew it was different, because it was always me that was like, oh, get out my house and this and that. It was always me. But he left. He left, and I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to deal with it, because it's just like, he left. Like, I would have never in 1,000 years thought that Chris would leave me. I thought he would always be there, and I thought it would always be us together forever. We got married last year. So yes, if you do the math, I got married last year, and I got separated last year. So, which was all crazy. But we got married on our anniversary. So we were actually married for six months, before before he left me. So we were married for just 6 months, and it's been about 5 months since he left me. So it's been a very difficult time. Very, very difficult. It still is. It's hard because I have 4 little children that look up to me, and when I look at them in their face, I see their father. So it's very hard. We do have 4 kids together. All our kids that you see in my videos, those are all ours. And we waited till after we had our last one to get married. We were together for 7 years. And the first 2 weeks were very hard. It's gotten a little bit easier, but not that much. The first 2 weeks had to be the most difficult time because I had to try to face reality that he left and deal without him, because I haven't dealt without him in a long time, in a long period like that with all 4 kids. Sometimes we'll take a break when I was pregnant or when I had like 1 or 2 kids, but I had all 4. So it's kind of hard. It was easier when he was around. I will say that. Like, even if we argue and I don't do certain things and he doesn't do certain things, but when we're together, it's still a lot easier than just doing it by yourself. So I had to get used to that. Like, you see my struggle, like, in my videos when I have my kids. Like, if I had, like, a tripod or something and I could just carry my camera just like that, you would see the struggle. It's crazy. Like, making sure none of them cross the street without me. They don't run off. They don't get ran over. Nobody hits them with a car. Nobody snatches them away from me. Like, it's so difficult. Especially with my kids' ages and stuff. And I have 2 babies. One of them's 1. The other one just turned 3. Glow just turned 3. So she was just 2. So I have a 1-year-old and 2-year-old. So now it's 1 and 3. But Francis will be 2 later on this year. So it's very difficult when you have little babies like that. And then I have the 4-year-old and then the 7-year-old. They're still young, very young. So even though Graceland's older and is in school, like, she's still, like, she doesn't pay attention still. Like, she still is not cautious and alert. She doesn't realize that cars will run her over. So, just juggling the kids is very difficult, I must say. Like I said, with the first 2 weeks, it was very hard. I was lost. I didn't know what to think. I questioned myself. I kept on running back memories over and over again. Where did I go wrong? When did we fall apart? And I thought about all the times that we argued and all the times we broke up and got back together, and I'm just like, why is it so real this time? I knew it was real this time. It was so hard where for those 2 weeks, like, I kind of shut everybody out. I shut out all my friends. I put them all on the block list. I didn't call any of them. They would call, they would text, and I just wouldn't call or text back. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I had to go to work, so I had to get up and do that. I had to get up and deal with the kids. I had to. Who else was going to do it? So it's like I made myself get up, but I didn't want to. I wanted to stay in bed. I wanted to lay there. I wanted to sleep so I wouldn't have to think. Um, like, even though it's been like 5 months, I'm still lost. At times. It's gotten better. But, like, tonight is just one of those nights where I'm just like, where did it go wrong? You know, I mean, I know everybody has their issues and their problems and stuff, but we have 4 children together, and I always thought we'd always be together. There were times where I would just say, could you see yourself growing old with me? And Chris would always just say the craziest things, and, you know, I would be laughing, ha ha, hee heeing. And, I just thought that was it. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody thinks that's it when they get married, you know. I always told myself that I was going to be, you know, once I get married, that's it. There's no divorce, there's nothing. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. I'll tell you that. I don't want to do this again. Because it's like the most, I want to say it's in my top 3 most traumatic experiences slash sad experiences in my life. Very difficult. Definitely top 3. I'll tell you that. Definitely top 3. I mean, it's not just my thoughts and the memories. It's my children asking me where their daddy is and can he come back home? Why isn't he coming back home? And a lot of crying, and they're lost too, you know, but it was, it's like I kind of shut my kids out when he left. It's like I feel like I don't know if I did or not. I really, because it's kind of blurry, but not at the same time. Because when he left, like I said, it was like I remember it like it was yesterday, like it just happened. But as far as details and stuff is pretty blurry. Like I guess I try to push that memory back. Like I don't want to think about it. But I shut everybody out. That's one thing. I didn't want to talk to anybody, and I kind of resented my friends, really, because it's like, I can't really talk to you because you're here with your husband or with your boyfriend, or you guys are spending time, you guys are doing family time, and I don't have that family time anymore, because I was the same way. As soon as I get home, it was about Chris and the kids, and, it's not like that anymore. Like, I need adult conversation sometimes, so my children love them to death, but it's like I can't be in babyland all day. I want to talk about stuff at work and what happened at work, or what's going on with my friends, or what should we do this weekend, stuff like that. But, so, and it's very hard for my friends to come out and hang out nowadays just because they got their families. You know, I have friends that have multiples just like me, so it's like they're with their family all the time, or their husband, or they're just doing stuff together, and I get that. I'm sorry, I'm moving some boxes around. So I get that, but it's I still feel a certain way just because I don't like being alone, and I should learn to be alone, and I'm trying to, but I was with him for 7 years, so it's kind of hard to adjust to being alone, especially when you roll over and he's right there every night, you know, so that's a bit of getting used to. But day by day, like they say time heals, and it has, but the hurt still lingers. So it's just, I keep myself busy. That's the best thing I could do. I keep myself busy. I try to stay out. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I come home I teach my children what I gotta teach them as far as school wise, help them with homework, try to teach my son how to write and stuff like that, go over ABCs, um, say our prayers, read them a book, go to sleep, put them to bed, and right now I'm staying with my father, so I have an in-home babysitter, so my father will, of course, be in the house with them, and I would leave. So, because being alone at night sometimes, I get in my thoughts, and I'd rather be out. If I'm out with people, I don't think so hard. I don't cry every night. I don't have to think about the situation until I'm alone again. So I try to keep my mind occupied. I've been doing a lot of writing. I was uninspired for a very long time. So that's why I wasn't writing for a long time once again. But like it took a while for me to get back on YouTube because I didn't know what to talk about anymore. Um, my books I wanted to write, but I didn't want to at the same time because I just had too much traffic going on in my brain. So, but it's not easy, and the fact that you're being told all the time, I want that divorce, I want the divorce, I want the divorce, it makes it so real. Because there are plenty of times where I'm like, okay, he's just mad right now. Let this blow over. He's going to come back to me. You got to come to that reality because they're not coming back. So, this is very difficult. That's why I'm not really looking at the camera at the same time, is because I'm trying not to cry. I don't want to, at least not in front of you guys. But trust me, once this camera goes off, I'm going to be crying like a little baby. But, you're not the only one. That's all I gotta say. If you guys have any questions for me, you could always comment below. Follow me on IG, G.Garcia Official. Subscribe to me, please, if you're not already subscribed. Smash that like button. And subscribe to Black and Rice. I greatly appreciate that. To my joint channel. We got pretty good topics on there. So, yep. Go check that out and subscribe to that too. But, if y'all have any questions for me, any comments, any words of encouragement, anything, I'll take it. Just comment below. And if you guys want me to talk about something else again, anything related, or if you have questions, contact me via social media or just comment below. I'll answer back. Alright, so it's getting pretty late. I guess I need to try to get some sleep because I have work in the morning. So I'm going to say good night to you guys. Have a good one. And keep your head up. I guess I'm talking to both you and me. But keep your head up. Good night.